Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and Degenerates. I am Menzo, this is my forever co-host John. Today we talked about Invincible, episodes 2 and 3. Um, and yeah, these two episodes really pick it up from the first episode where Mark still wants to be the superhero he is trying to be, but he's still dealing with the ramifications of Omni-Man's destruction.
Yeah.
I do like the dynamic between him and Cecil, where Cecil's like, I don't think I can let this guy go out into the world not on his own because he might be our worst nightmare. But Mark being like, I need to prove myself that I am a hero and not just some carbon copy of my father.
Yeah, but I do like it's not just that though. It really is him grieving. We know he's not dead. We know Omni-Man ain't dead, but to them he is dead.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's an absolute piece of shit. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that in the first 5 minutes of a YouTube video.
Yeah, you're safe.
Oh, okay. That man absolutely betrayed them. Their lives is falling apart, and we get the really emotional scene too. I know this is a little further ahead, but we get an emotional scene with like Mark's mom and him, and Mark's mom just having a moment just with a cabinet. I was like, "What? This is a little too real."
Yeah.
Like, I know it's about superheroes, but like, this is a little too real.
And her pushing him away when he's trying to comfort her, like, oh, okay, he's just trying, but I get it. I get why.
Yeah, it's a very human. The direction that they're going with. I'm like, this is legit breaking my heart. I'm seeing a family fall apart in front of my eyes.
And I can't do anything about it. Yeah, but like, I don't know, just the way the way Invincible deals with these situations. It's not very super comic book as. It's more, like you said, very human. Just the way they deal with emotions, like what Eve is dealing with, where she's trying to help her family out, but they're like, you're a superhero, everything you do is fake, stop trying to help us out, you're so full of shit.
Like, the mom is trying her best to like hold the family together, while the dad's so prideful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's willing to like, he's already working at a fast food joint just to make ends meet, when clearly she's already trying to help them out. And it's a horrible scene, but I love the scene where I think they were rebuilding like apartments from in Chicago that like Omni-Man and Mark destroyed in the fight.
Yeah.
And then Eve's like, here's an easier way, I have superpowers. But then it kind of like, comes back at her, because you kind of need like civil engineers to plan shit out.
Yeah.
Ground's uneven. You're not supposed to put shit there. This is why they didn't have a park there. I was like, oh,
that's just horrible.
You got a good point. And like I think a mother and child got really hurt.
Yeah.
Or died because like the thing fell. I was like, holy shit.
Poor Eve. She's just trying to do her best, and yet everything is coming apart. Like,
yeah.
Again, the way there's a comic book world, but they deal with human emotions, like trying to get over trauma, or like trying to deal with toxic family members, or family members who are going through some stuff. You're just like, I thought I was just here for, superhero stuff, not
blood, guts, and like superheroes, like, but no, here's family drama.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of existential crisis. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I wasn't ready.
I think that's what sets Invincible apart from every other superhero show, or every other comic. Well, I'm not too sure about that one, but definitely every other show.
I see like a good chunk of comic book movies and TV shows like touch upon existential crisis and family matters.
Yeah.
As of recent, but this is like, they do sugarcoat it a bit, because they're like, hey, we don't want to scare the kids and the parents. But here they don't really care. They're like, really want to tell a story. So I appreciate the creators of Invincible for doing that.
Yeah, same here. And like you feel bad because Debbie does go to this, I guess,
Help group.
help
Oh, like-
group, but like the main, the thing that's holding her back, or like the main oops, it's like, oh, my husband might have been the reason why all of you-
Everybody's
yeah,
here.
yeah. Like the
Oh
one
my
dude is like,
God.
yeah, I really love my girlfriend. It's too bad she was killed by that monster, and you're like, oh, she's the
Yeah.
Green Lantern type. She,
Oh well, I'm so sorry.
yeah,
yeah, but this is like in episode 3. Yeah, like, oh my God! Now that you notice, when I started hearing him talk.
yeah,
Like, here's my experience. It's so hard to wake up in the morning, try to reach for her, and she ain't there. And she was part of the Guardians. I was like,
you're like, oh, shit.
I think Olga kind of made a mistake. Well, I don't think. I think Olga doesn't even know him.
The term.
Oh, wait, no, she does.
She does.
She knows.
She definitely does.
She's just a little bit more understanding.
Yeah. But this being Invincible, like the guest stars on both episode 2 and 3, you're like, that's impressive. Like Tatiani Maslany for both
Yeah.
2 and 3. She was the like underwater queen in episode 2, and
then she was the girlfriend of like
Alan.
of Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. By the way, we kind of skipped over a really cool scene where where we find out that like we get to Atlantis and they're like, hey, by the way, in Atlantean rituals, if you're like next of if your father killed like somebody, the next of kin has to marry or someone closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, or your next of kin has to marry the widowed princess.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And Mark's like, wait, I have a girlfriend.
Turns
And
out
they escort.
that's not the ritual. It was outlaw, and now you just have to do single combat, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's funny because they're like that archaic like concept. Yeah, we kind of got rid of that long like a while back, like after the fish guy died.
Yeah.
And I love how she was like, I'm the actual ruler here, while my husband was out there playing dress up,
With
trying
the
to be a
guy.
superhero.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this the story of Aquaman? Maybe.
Probably not. I mean, Arthur does do more than whatever fish guy did, apparently.
I guess so.
But
I
yeah,
guess so.
there's a sweet fight between Mark and the Kraken creature, and you're like, is Mark really put the opening credits here?
Like he's getting the shit beaten out of him, and like it's kind of rough too because he's like, oh, I escaped, but then you see the Kraken thing, it also escaped, and it's like killing people, and Cecil's like, get out of there, and he's just like,
I can't. Yeah. Also, I do like the fact that I don't know. I love the fact that Seth Rogen does produce this and is also one of the main guests as Alan, the alien. Kind of get a backstory that he was made to defeat the Viltrumites for his home world, but even he couldn't stand up to the Viltrumites. So, what's the point?
Yeah. So he became like a filter
Yeah.
for other like maybe super hero species that's out there in the universe. And I got like, it's a big universe. I'm like, really, you couldn't find a single one that's kind of like the same as the Viltrumite?
Yeah.
Just nicer.
Exactly. And Mark is the only one. He tells that to Theodos, who is voiced by Peter Cullen. You're just like, it's nice to see you do other stuff other than Optimus Pride.
Prime.
Optimus Prime. I am stuck on TikTok apparently.
Putang ina! Si Optimum Prime!
That stupid TikTok's got me messed up. But yeah, Peter Cullen being like Viltrumite versus Viltrumite. I can't do his voice, but pretty cool hearing it. And
He
you're like,
doesn't have a gravelly voice. He has a deep, somewhat kind of righteous.
yeah, it's one of the many voices.
I am Optimus Prime. Like, it's kind of like that. It's mine's horrible, but like, you get my point.
Yeah. But Theodos is asking Alan to discover this mole that keeps giving information to the Viltrumites. But before Alan can do anything, he gets injured horribly. I don't think he's killed off, because I've seen other comics, like future comics, So I'm like, oh
Hush.
yeah.
Hush, we don't know. I don't know. I get it, you read comics, I don't.
I'm not saying anything for certain, but like I don't think he
Shut
should.
up. No, you don't. He's like, he's fine. No, but yeah, we do get this weird segment where there's a narrator, and like Mark's in college. He's finally like experiencing life
Oh
in the
goodness.
form of
Tentacles.
sex, and then you see Alan with his girlfriend, and it's funny because like the narrator doesn't know where to go because the two main characters of the episode is currently busy.
Yuckin. It's a nice set of tone because that doesn't like distract from the serious after thoughts of like the scene next where Alan gets destroyed by the Viltrumites.
Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for that. Like, I was like, oh, cool, we're gonna get an Alan episode, and it's funny, and then you know, like it's Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
I love Alan, by the way. Probably one of my favorite characters so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get a little bit of him, his backstory, like he has life.
Yeah.
And everything, and then it gets taken away by 3 Viltrumites, and I was like, okay, not gonna lie, you gotta give Alan credit. That's 3 Viltrumites.
Yeah.
And he was okay. Like
Okay.
given the
What do you mean?
given the chance, like he took a punch like a champ. Like usually people would just blow up after a punch from a Viltrumite.
I mean,
But Alan kinda stood his ground.
they
For a
eventually
bit.
he eventually did blow up. His guts were everywhere. So was his
Yeah,
eye.
but it took a while. He has a chance if he just tries hard enough.
I guess, sure. And then
But yeah,
we get the thing of like, I am the mole the entire time, I guess, with Theodos. They're like, oh god, Peter Cullen's a heel. Why?
yeah, like I was kind of like, what's this Palpatine-esque storyline that we're going with here?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it kind of shocked me because I was like, why would you mention a mole if nobody even noticed or mentioned it yet?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what the plan is here. I guess he just got ahead of the punch and just to be like, oh, I'm not suspicious because I'm trying to look for the fucker.
Right? And then we get to go back to Mark's storyline where he sees his toy dog in like real life. Like, I don't know what the alien was thinking.
Yeah, I like this fucking Doctor Strange furry ass looking. I was like, what the hell?
Like, if that was me, I might start crying. If my favorite toy came to life, I'm like, I need your help. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing?
Okay. The number one question is, what's your favorite toy?
It's a giant.
Because there's a lot of scary possibilities in your room.
It's a reptile. Okay, no, it was a. Well, growing up as a kid, it was a stuffed.
No, but I
Kitty
mean
cat.
like right now.
Right now.
Like right now.
It's oh god, that's what my sister gave me. What do I do?
Oh shit! I would fucking love to see Wolverine in person.
Asking for help, like, hey bub, can I have help? Like, what the hell?
Hey, bub.
What?
What's
No.
up, bub? It stabs you.
Jesus. Well, oh, I am the problem. But no, this alien asks Mark for help, and Mark has to pause his college life. He's like, fine, I'll help. I'll be the hero. Sure.
Yeah.
And then they take him to the place where he's like, what happened to the meteor shower you were talking about? He's like,
By the way, the place is pretty as hell.
yeah.
I really like the design of the planet.
And
But yeah, go on.
the guy's like, oh yeah, that's not why I brought you here. I brought you here to meet our ruler, our leader. And then you just hear J.K. Simmons' voice, and he's like, hello, son. It's been a while. And you're like, fuck.
No, I think it was the boot first. It was like... I was like, oh, you're back.
Right.
And I'm happy. I like it that Omni-Man's back. Fuck.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting this season to be like, no, we're not going to show Omni-Man until like the last 2 episodes. No. We're here at the 3rd, and he's already here.
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, how can you not have J.K. Simmons back for like a long time? Or how can you have J.K. Simmons and not use him for a long time?
I guess so, but like we're getting our fill with Omni-Man and J.K. Simmons here, because like Mortal Kombat released him as a playable character,
Yeah.
and like his dialogue there is really great.
Yeah.
And now we're getting him here again, where I'm like, one of our favorite characters, even though he is a villain and a piece of shit. Yeah, Omni-Man.
Omni-Man. But yeah, that's where the episode ends, and you're like, I guess we'll see what happens Friday for us in the Philippines.
I guess. Question though, what the hell was that weird, like, show of credits in the middle of the episode? And I checked, I was like, wait, that's a little bit quick. There's 20 more minutes. What the hell is that about?
I had no idea. I was just like, I guess we're done.
I guess so. But yeah, we are kind of like skipping over like a bit of side story here with like the Guardians
The weird
and like
Martian.
Rex Load kind of
being toxic.
being toxic as fuck, and then like the Immortal like being with his ex,
Yeah.
or like his ex fling, and then we get a new character, which is what's his name?
The Martian guy.
The Martian guy who doesn't really know how to like, voiced by Sonic the
Yeah.
Hedgehog. Sorry, I forgot his name, but he's a great voice actor and
Ben
a good comedian.
Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz, yeah, I love that comedian. He's good.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like we get him a little bit of comedic relief.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, cool. Some funny bits before the serious moments, I guess.
Yeah. But like so far, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I am having my fatigue of superhero gore, because I blame the boys for this one. This is why we're not touching on Gen V yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, man, we gotta pick one, and I'm picking Invincible. At least this one tries to be like, hey, here's a little bit of heart, you know? It's not all, you know, the C word and death and guts and like people we love dying, and like people kind of shrug it off like it's nothing. And I'm like, okay.
And that's been Jomer's corner of why he doesn't really like the boys that much. I'm kidding.
I love the boys, excuse me. It's just that it is
much.
sometimes a chore to watch.
It is.
Because I'm like, whoo!
Everybody
You
I know
what?
is
I
dying.
don't like to see intestines sticking out of somebody's guts, like belly, every single week.
Before we wrap this up, I want to ask you a question that Twitter asked recently. Where?
No.
What do you think? Okay, never mind. Anyway, okay.
Go.
Who do you think's more evil, Omni-Man or Homelander?
I say by character alone. For what I'm thinking, Homelander is way more evil. But who is more powerful is Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Like, Omni-Man would be holding Homelander's head like this while smiling. Like, and not breaking a sweat, in my opinion. Like, he will not had a hard time killing Homelander. Maybe. Who knows? We might get a death battle out of it. Who still watches Death Battle?
We did.
I do. We did?
We did with Homelander and Omni-Man.
Are you serious? Who won?
What you said, Omni-Man.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch that shit. Alright.
But
But yeah.
I agree with
Omni-Man
you.
wins this one.
With,
Huh?
in terms of character, it definitely is Homelander.
Yeah. The guy's a legit psychopath. Like,
Yeah.
Omni-Man, he's like, I know what I have to do.
Yeah.
And that's the duty of my people, because that is our culture. Homelander's just like, I gotta do it because my brain fucked.
It's like, I just
You
want to
know,
be loved.
I just want to be loved, breast milk, blah, blah, blah.
But yeah, again, we don't really give ratings for individual episodes. So yeah, I would say Invincible really is going up, in my opinion. Again, proving that it's one of the best shows out today.
So far, not a slow episode yet, so
Yeah.
keep it up.
And yeah, again, the animation is supremely good.
Oh yeah. Again, I have to mention it. The animation really stepped it up compared to the first season. The first season is still good, but they had to work with a budget. Here, they have a good budget.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been our thoughts on Invincible episode 2 and 3. Yes. What do you guys think? What's your favorite moment so far? Comment down below. If you want to see more of us, please give our videos a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see our best and funniest moments, and our reaction to trailers, and Spotify to hear us on the go. Individually, I am on TikTok as well. The link is down below. How about you?
And Zoe does voices.
Yes, Zoe.
Dude, it's a good fucking name. Use it.
Zoe does voices. And you?
Yeah, but you can follow me at Jom GEOM _ on Instagram. It is my art account.
Okay. And until the next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.